Oh, okay, very good. Arval Parrot. He's so cute. Do you see how he's pointing at his throat? Arval Parrot is all about communication, the communication that needs to happen, the communication that you want to have happen. And this area right here that Arval is pointing at, not quite middle of the throat, right here, this is the area between your heart and your mouth. This is a card about this being a month to speak from your heart. It's a month to clear your throat, probably. Not clear the energy that's blocking your throat, definitely. So what's happening here with me? I'm clearing the energy that's blocking my throat. I've got some candles lit over here, so that has a tendency to dissipate the things that you can clear out. I know that's going to be a side quest for another video to talk to you about that. But right now, the theme of the month is communication from the heart. The theme of the month is truth. But it's not this is not the honesty card, which doesn't mean that this isn't any less honest. This is about speaking from your heart. This is about expressing yourself clearly and gently to those who, so it feels like there have been some things that we've been needing to say and that we haven't said them. And November feels like the month that we might say them. I know November's a month where things gear up for the holidays. You know, we get Thanksgiving happening, and then, you know, December turns into Christmas and New Year's. And there's a lot of family get-togethers. And maybe a thing to remember during your family get-together is to speak from your heart and speak from love. Because there's a lot of tension a lot of times between family members if they don't have the same priorities or belief systems. And so this just kind of tells me that as long as you're speaking love, you will be okay. And that love, speaking love, is more important and of higher importance than anything else at this time, because we all could use more words of love and affirmation. So that's the overarching theme. Let's look and see which cat is going to back it up in the Nicole PR Spirit Cats deck. Let's see what cat's going to back that up. Help us speak from more love. I don't know these cards well enough to know them by the picture, but there's the picture. Paradox. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so meet Stardust. He is the convergence of opposites. He is the dark and the light. He is a magician that turns everything on its head, pawing at the paradox. He travels the galaxies with his best friends, free will and destiny. No one knows where one begins and the other ends. He sees the good in the evil and the evil in the good. Within every blessing there is a tragedy, and within every tragedy there is a blessing. We think we know what is what, but Stardust throws everything into question. Let the paradox open up our thinking and our perspective. So let's put these two together. If you are if your task this month or the theme of this month is to speak from love, then understanding the paradox and appreciating it is very, very important. We're not always going to agree at all. And there are certain, deal breakers in our communications with other people, but embracing the paradox of it all, like it's funny because that's kind of like the Glauconer in the Fairies Oracle, which is a paradox card. It's like, okay, well, not the Glauconer. Maybe it's the Glauconer. My brain. It's to see the good in the bad, and the bad in the good. Oh, it's the Pook. To be able to see the good in the bad, and the bad in the good. And because, I'm of the school of thought, even though it's kind of annoying sometimes, that yes, everything happens for a reason, and sometimes the reasons are caca. But everything, I know, at least in my life, that everything that's happened to me, maybe even unreasonable things that have happened to me, there is always a gift in there. Do you know, it's funny, I'm thinking that a lot of the Fairies Oracle cards are about that kind of thing, because fairy energy can be tricky and paradoxical, and the fairy godmother card is, gifts disguised as bags of, it's a shift. It's all a shift in energy. It shifts us up. It moves us forward. So what's happening this month is that we are learning to communicate love regardless of the divergent and opposite things that are going on. Maybe that's just to remind us to focus on where we can communicate love. So that sounds really good. The next card that we're going to pull is I'm going to clear my throat and take a sip of water. I'm going to go into pulling some tarot cards, one for the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. And then we'll go to the Spirit Animal Oracle for support. Let's see. Are we going to do the Cat Tarot? We could. Or, no, we're going to use the Eileen Connolly Tarot deck. This is what the back looks like. And as I've probably said, and those of you who've watched these a billion times, the Eileen Connolly deck is the first tarot deck that I ever started using to read for clients on. It just struck me, and it's funny because I don't know if it actually exists or if it's been called something else now, but I like the paintings, and it has kind of positive imagery. And I'm only using the Major Arcana because I want to focus these monthly readings on the big shit, pardon me, the big stuff that's going on, as opposed to, and the internal stuff that's going on, as opposed to the everyday stuff, which is valid, but can be distracting. So the beginning of the month, which is the other day, November 1st, to the 12th, and then the middle of the month will be the 13th to the 21st, and then the 22nd through the 30th. All right. I'm pulling the cards, and then I'll talk about them. Interesting. Did we get two? Oh, all right. Okay, the end of the month is going to pack a little bit of a wallop, just to let you know, because two cards came out at the same time. All right, so the beginning of the month, which is the other day, November 1st until November 12th, which is coming up, we have the world. This is a completion card. There are some things in our lives, whoever ends up watching this, there are some things in our lives that are completing right now. Really complete. We're having to let go of things that we thought maybe we were going to be able to hold on to forever. We are completing a cycle and moving on to the next one. This is it feels like an ending of certain things. Like with the World card, it's not like the Wheel of Fortune where that's or death, where that's an ending and a new beginning. This is the end of a cycle, the end of an era, more so than there might be letting go involved, but for the most part, the reason it's come up, the reason the World card has come up for the beginning of the month is that all the stuff has already been let go. You've already let go. This is just the end of an era, the end of a cycle, and the beginning of another. So, because the World card is the tail end of the Tarot's kind of cycle of manifestation, and then it starts all over again with the Fool, which is when we are at the end of an era, the beginning of something else always involves some sort of leap of faith. But we're at the ending of an era. So there may be a sense of grieving things that you've already let go of, because you know it's it feels like there is almost a gateway that we've walked through that there's no looking back. There's no looking back. There's no turning back from. We're there. There's no turning back, and it's all going to be okay. This World card is a completion in a very positive, evolutionary way. The end of an era and almost at the beginning of a new one, kind of in that void space for the beginning of a new one. And that's what's happening at the beginning of this month. And then we go from the 13th to the 21st, and we have the Judgment card. And so, again, with the Judgment card, it always throws me. I don't know why it throws me. And I keep saying that I don't get this card very much, and I don't understand why, but I don't understand why it kind of throws me. I get it confused with Justice, which is totally it's a totally different thing, but I get it confused with Justice. So the Judgment card, so you're ending an era, and then we're going to the middle of the month where we're really having to release our preconceived notions about where we're going and where we're gonna end up. That's it. Oh, so this is the middle of the month is like, in order to move forward, we're really going to have to accept, one, the consequences of our actions, wherever we FAFO'd, but also in a positive way, moving forward like a fresh slate, no judgment, unencumbered, releasing the judgment. So let's look and see. I'm going to look up the definition, because I think I've got a book in the cat tarot, and see what it says. See if I'm ridiculous or not. I know that intuitively that's what's coming up, but I realize, wow, every time I hit that card, I get stumped. Oh, here we go. So it says, we are our own toughest critics. The judge, it turns out, is you. So it's accurate, releasing our preconceived notions about how things should be and about where we should be and about what we should be doing. We're shoulding on ourselves. This card invites you to examine your choices and actions, which is the consequences, understanding the consequences of steps that you've taken. A feather represents the weighing of souls in the final accounting. Are you where you want to be? If not, are you doing what you need to get there? Weigh the scales. How do you rule? Okay. There is no feather in this, just a naked child. So you see, we've got the structure, the material things, the sword, the shield, the fight, and then we've got the book, which is kind of like the dogma. And then you've got the soldier, and he's taken his helmet off. And he's got the wands. He's got a wand. He's got a cane, but it's the wands are creativity. And then all of a sudden, the next one is you've got the woman at the door, and then next the child, and that's like the judgment, the armor coming off, and then the softness of in their perception, the softness of the woman, and then the complete nakedness and lack of judgment and lack of, the lack of defenses and lack of preconceived notions of the child in there. Okay. All right, then. You think I'll remember that the next time we get that card? I don't know. So here we come. That's the middle of the month. Here we come to the third part of the month, which is the 22nd through the 30th. So this is kind of through the if you're in America, the Thanksgiving season, which I still like to celebrate, even though I don't like the connotations of it anymore. And, you look at your genealogy, you know that, like, some of us have had people that came over, and, yeah, not really proud of them, really. Glad I'm here. Not really proud of them. Anyway, so we got 2 cards for the end of the month. The one on top is the Hierophant. And the other one that stuck to it was the Sun. So this is very interesting. The Sun is radiance, magnetism, showing up. Ta-da! The Hierophant is kind of like the wild card because it is the Pope on the card, but it's really about, I guess it kind of can go along with the paradox card up here, is the conformity, non-conformity, structure, not structure. What happens to a structure when you add this other spiritual element to it? And so it kind of feels like the end of the month is going to be a little eventful. The Hierophant also has this wisdom that they desire to impart, which is good, which is nice, which is good. And the Sun is, love and magnetism and confidence. So this feels like we're going to be going into a time period where, after releasing all this judgment and after the end of an era, we kind of know what we know, and we're confident about what we know, and we can move forward being confident about what we've learned and what we know. That's what that feels like. I have never had those two show up together. They're not normally hanging out, but I like to, with the numbers on the cards, I like to kind of tie it into some numerology. And in my numerology, I have a lot of 5s, and the Hierophant is a 5. And so I don't necessarily see the Hierophant being dogmatic or rules or anything like that, because you've got the 4, which is the Emperor, which is this stability, and then the 5 comes in with this added quotient where you have to make an adjustment. So basically you build this structure as the Emperor, and then Spirit comes in and you have to make an adjustment to accommodate Spirit. And so that's kind of what we're doing at the end of the month. We're going to have to make an adjustment to accommodate Spirit, and we're going to have to feel good about it, which is the Sun card. All right, so now I'm going to go into our support card, which is the Spirit Animal Oracle. What will support us in all this? Because it looks like there's a shift happening. It looks like there's a big shift happening, whether it's internally in each of us or externally and on the world stage. We're kind of overdue for a good one there. What do you think? All right, come on. What animal energy is going to support us here during this time, during this month? Oh, you guys are going to like this one. This is like, regardless of what's going on, Cow Spirit. How pretty that is. The miracles are endless. That's very grounding and very nurturing. So that's pretty good. That's a good support card. Okay, can we turn the book over so I can read it right? Card number 15, where are you? That's 21. Come back. All right. Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. You are at a beautiful point in your life today, for your needs are being met effortlessly in so many ways. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on all you have right now, including the positive relationships that sustain you, the work you are proud to do to contribute to the world, and the activities that inspire you and nourish your soul. Cow Spirit nudges you to pay attention, because this is the perfect time to focus on the choices, actions, and behaviors that you know feed your soul and bring your heart contentment and help you speak with love. Now is also the time when you will see many of your projects and commitments that were set into motion in the past begin to yield valuable gifts that will bring you joy and love and sustain you for a long time to come. Stay positive and share your well-being with others. The more you share, the more you will manifest. So be generous. Cow Spirit promises you'll never run out of miracles. Okay, so I guess this would include creating, even whether it's internally, externally, writing it down, putting notes in your phone or whatever. I have a challenge for you. I'll do it too. Make a list in your head or on a piece of paper every day, at least once a day, just for a few minutes. Think about the stuff that's going well. Think about the things that you appreciate, things that you're grateful for. Even if it's really, really small or it's huge, whatever. But do that every day for just a few minutes. You can spare a few minutes every day to think about what's going right. We're constantly bombarded with thoughts and ideas and judgments about what's going wrong or what's not working. Take some time. to look at what is working, because that focus, that shift in focus will create an opening for more things that are working in your life. That's just how it works. That is what they call the law of attraction. I'm sure many people have different things that they call it, but I call it the law of attraction because I've studied some Abraham Hicks stuff, I've read so many books and watched speaking engagements of folks that are kind of hip to that or understand the concept of it. This is not just about having material things. This is about appreciating the love that's around you, appreciating the things that are comfortable to you, appreciating the sun, appreciating the way the moon was full the other day and how gorgeous that is, appreciating the fact that we had rain and we haven't had it for a while, so that the plants are happy, appreciating the understanding that the plants are happy. I understand that not everybody anthropomorphizes everything like me, but I can't imagine that somebody couldn't find something in nature that they thought was amazing and miraculous to appreciate, or something on themselves that they think is amazing and miraculous and they can appreciate it. Find one thing about you that you appreciate every single day. I think that will support us and give us more of an opening to speak from our hearts, which is what Arval Parrot, the theme of the month is to speak love. To speak love. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Should we go into the... Now, I got these cards because my goddess is Queen Mab. So I got the Queen Mab Oracle. They're a little intense. Let's see if we get one that's intense. We don't know. But she's going to be the core. This is going to be the core message for the month. That's what my gut tells me. So let's see. Oh, these cards are so big. The core message for the month. Oh, okay. Intense. Let's see what she ends up being. Watch out. This is some boobies. This is the Welcome Dread Fury. She's a fury. Okay, so this is the core message. I can hear inside my head, well, good luck finding a tie-in for that with the rest of the reading, lady. We'll see. Welcome, Dread Fury. Oh, interesting. Channel fierceness into power. Banish now all curses, hexes, and unwanted spells that have been placed upon you. Draw upon your fierceness and the purifying wrath of the goddess to unbind your soul and spirit now for all time. Your freedom from oppressive inner patterns only awaits your instantaneous and complete refusal to host them for one moment more. Okay, this is good. This is like the end of an era. Dig down deep into that and say, okay, no more. I'm done with you. The patterns which I refer to may include self-criticism, judgment, disempowering cultural programming, coercive control from an individual or group, which that's how people sometimes see the Hierophant card, codependency, intimidation, gaslighting, abuse, or any other form of physical, mental, or emotional hijacking. You are not as impressionable as you have been made to believe. You are not susceptible to idle whims and wishes. You were not born to play a supporting role in the lives or fantasies of others, because you are the sun. You do not deserve to have your powers siphoned or your freedom limited. You must choose now to unchoose any or all of these things once and for all. Find the dread fury within you, the sharp-taloned, black-eyed goddess who will suffer no foolishness or fools. Allow yourself to feel her presence. Allow yourself to feel her presence that arrives like an inferno to incinerate all you will no longer accept. Let her wild liberation burn through you like a glorious explosion, followed by an all-consuming fire. Wow. Told you. These cards are intense. So human culture and human relationships can be battlefields. There are those who would channel your power towards their egotistical agendas. Sometimes you must work to heal such dynamics through thoughtful counseling and inner exploration and communicating with love. Other times you must change your circumstances by immediately and utterly refusing. Set some boundaries. You must display your sharp teeth and scream a loud and piercing no that resonates throughout time and space, causing all that you are unchoosing to retreat and dissolve away. The fierce and furious goddess is here for you. She reminds you that you have all the power you need to step out of whatever has been binding you. You have all that power now. Use it and never look back. Wow, I think she just grounded the message of the month. Dang, girl. So along with the gratitude for the things that are working, what are the things that aren't working that it's time for you to let go of and say no to? What are you saying yes to that you really want to say no to? You can tell a yes because it feels okay in your body. You feel energized by it. You can tell a no when you just feel exhausted by the whole idea of it. I think that we have been socialized to not pay attention to our bodies and the feelings that are, because our answer, we house them. We're like walking libraries for ourselves, and we don't, I'm guilty of it too. Not listening when I need to stop. Not saying no when I need to. Not saying yes when I want to, because I'm trying to put it off for some other date. Like, time's ticking, lady. Let's do it. But I think that we get socialized to ignore our body cues. And in order to have a better relationship with ourselves, which will assist us in having better relationships with others and with the world in general, we need to pay attention to those things. I know that we get very caught up in the expectations of others. And granted, yeah, we all have responsibilities and we all have to be accommodating sometimes. But sometimes we bend ourselves into these weird little pretzels just so that people will love us and accept us, or just so that we don't make waves. I think that having Arval Parrot as the theme of the month is like saying, listen, you need to come from your heart. You need to speak from your heart. And sometimes even a gentle no makes a huge difference. And also to understand that not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody is going to be seeing things the same way that you do. And it can be frustrating, but it has to be okay, because the most important person that you need to pay attention to, and this is not out of selfishness. When I say it, I start thinking, oh, that's really selfish to say that, is you. You're the one that you have control over your responses to things. You're the one that matters in your sphere, but that, like, when you're taking care of yourself, it spreads out around you. And I just think it's time. And I guess we need to welcome the dread fury and say, okay, yeah, can't do this anymore. No, this is a no. It's a no for me, dog, as Randy from American Idol would say back when I watched it. But there's so much out there, and our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter, because, and I'm guilty of it too, because we have such access to so many types of, mental stimulation or emotional stimulation at any given moment, or cute animal videos, that sometimes it makes us stop. We're not paying attention to how we're actually feeling. We're not taking care of ourselves. We're being bombarded with the news 24/7. And that doesn't mean that I don't want to pay attention to what's going on in the world, but it also means that I need to be responsible for my part in it, for what I'm capable of doing in it, and keep kind of stretching what I'm capable of doing in it. Not out of putting my head in the sand, but out of an understanding of what I'm here to do. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to be loving to people. I'm here to tell my truth. I cannot profess to say that it's your truth, but I know that it's mine. And how you receive it and how you perceive it, that's on you. And that's okay. And I am, as I do these readings and everything, I'm learning as you're learning. And it's kind of cool, actually. So let's see. Boy, that dread fury, she kind of got me. I'm wondering. Okay, so I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, and this is, I'm going to do a 3-card. Now I'm going to do a card pull for somebody that's watching. I'm not sure who it is, and it could be for everybody, just like this monthly card pull is for everybody. But I'm going to pull a card for somebody that's either watching this video right now or watching it in the future that will be significant to them. Let's test this out. I haven't tried this before. I've pulled cards directly for people who've requested during lives, but I don't know that anybody's watching right now. There's been no chatting or anything like that, so I have no idea. So I'm going to pull a card, and there's going to be some information coming from it, and whoever wants to claim it, you can send me a message via Facebook or comment under the YouTube video. Oh, it's me. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna pull a Fairies Oracle card because those are the ones I like to use with other people. So if you're watching right now, or if you're watching in the future, because time doesn't matter, focus on your question, or focus on just putting your energy into the cards as I'm shuffling. You get to see what happens during the reading. Speaking of that, I will be at the Winchester Mystery House again, for sure every other weekend during the holiday season for the Menagerie and Oddities Market. I'm excited. All right, keep focusing. Okay, we done. I'm going to pull a card out from the middle, and this is your card. Okay. Somebody's scaring themselves. This is Jihabya. He's kind of what they call the boogeyman. But the boogeyman is in almost every single card deck or oracle I've ever had. There's a card about what happened, the way that you scare yourself. When we're little, we kind of figure out what scares us, what spooks us. But also when we grow up, we tend to scare ourselves with those thoughts. And Jihabya, so here, whoever this is for, you have been closing your eyes and catastrophizing. Is that a word? I think that is a word. You've been closing your eyes and terrifying yourself so much lately. And it's understandable. Okay. This is an interesting experiment that I'm reading for somebody and I don't know who it is. But okay, something happened within the last 6 months that kind of turned you upside down and made you kind of wonder which end was up. But it also scared you. It was a very scary thing. It was like a situation where the rug got pulled out from under you and you really had to figure out how to go from there because it was kind of uncharted territory. And what's happened with Jihabya is this represents the way you've been kind of terrifying yourself about potential outcomes. And it's also, sometimes we get caught up in, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to experience that again. I don't want, that's going to happen again. And it makes us kind of contract down energetically because we're trying to hold on so tight to what finally feels safe in the moment that we terrify ourselves with all these what ifs. Ultimately, this card is like what we think of as like the boogeyman under the bed or in the closet. But what ultimately this is your inner child dressed up as a monster to scare you into not doing anything that they don't feel safe about. And so you kind of have to, with Jihabya, you have to keep telling yourself, everything is okay. It's going to be okay. This is just new. It's just unfamiliar, but it's going to be okay. and maybe give the monster a cookie and tell them to just sit this out. We're going to be all right. We'll be okay. But that's what this card generally is about. And what I'm feeling is that this event that happened, rug got pulled, relationship ended. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be familial. This could be a friendship. But you got taken advantage of, and the rug pulled out from under you, and now you're terrified it's going to happen again, because what's happening is you're not trusting yourself to make the right choices. And what this card, I'm going to pull another one to give you support in this. What this card is telling you is that this is in your mind. You are scaring yourself. You're terrifying yourself, and you don't need to. So let's pull another for support. Oh, okay. Oh, you got the Singer of Courage. The Singer of Courage comes along to support, to shine light on everything, so that all the illusions and there's, to show you in all the corners that looked really dark and scary, that there's nothing dark and scary in there, and that it is safe to move forward. So if you feel like this is for you, you can send me a message on Facebook and go, oh my gosh, that was for me. And if you want another card pulled to assist you with that, just let me know. But it's quit scaring yourself. You have enough light within you to shine a flashlight into all those dark corners. Just get your light. Just get your flashlight out and your sword. You know, because it's important. And you don't have to scare yourself like that anymore to keep you safe. You're safe already. Okay? So that was that experiment. And I hope that it worked out. And if you do see this on YouTube and you feel like it was a message for you, then, you know, give me the thumbs up, and I hope that it helped you. If you saw it on Facebook, you can either give me the thumbs up in the chat here, or you can send me a message on Facebook. And don't forget, this month we are being tasked to speak from our heart and communicate with love. But we're also being tasked to say no when we mean no, and release anything that disempowers us. Let it go. That doesn't mean that it's easy to let things go or people go, but checking in with yourself when your body says yes to a situation or no to a situation, and really honor that. Test it out. Test it out on foods or something, you know, less dramatic, just to see, you know. But it's important to do that, and understand that along with all of this, remembering what miracles are there opens up space for more miracles to come. And letting this go and saying the great no opens up space for this to come. Martha, you just got here. I'm just about finished. Hi. So I did a thing, for those of you who just tuned in. I did a thing where I did a reading for someone, one of the people out there. I have no idea who. A little reading for them, and I'm going to see if it is a thing, and maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll start doing that. So you can do the rewatch, so that you can watch everything all together, and I'll be posting it over on the YouTubes as well. But this month, Arval Parrot, speak with love. Understand that paradoxes are just a part of life, that there's always going to be opposites, and that it's going to be okay. We're at the end of an era, and we're almost at the beginning of another one. Time to, in the middle of the month, time to kind of release your judgment on preconceived notions about how things are supposed to look. Towards the end of the month, it's like you've built this structure, but now you need to add spirit, so adjustments will need to be made, and feel confident about that. And the person who got the reading gets the message of, oh, and anybody else who wants it, is quit scaring yourself. You're terrifying yourself, and there's no need. Get your flashlight out. Look into those dark corners. There's nothing there. It's okay. You're safe now. I love you guys. I love you, Martha. And I will talk to you again soon. We'll see you for the card of the week on Sunday. And remember, I am going to be doing readings at the Winchester Mystery House for the Menagerie and Oddities Holiday Market. I should be there every other Saturday, but I will put it up on my schedule on Facebook and various other places. And if you're in the Bay Area and you would like to get an actual in-person reading with me, that's where you can. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Happy November.